Namaste. Today I want to talk a little bit about my experience of one of the teachings of our teachers, Sri Aman Bhagwan. There is a very great and ancient teaching that talks about self, which is the self is simply the feeling that you are there, the feeling of I. If you look very closely, you'll see that everything that we do is coming from this I. It's coming from this feeling that I am a deity. I like this, I don't like that. I want this, I don't want that. I won't allow other people to speak to me a certain way, or I want this, I want that. I desire this, I desire that. Everything starts with I. I is the center of everything. So the self is the center of everything. Why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this because when you become enlightened permanently, this sense of self, this I, dissolves. And I've started to experience that dissolution. I've experienced it over periods of time over the last 20 years. But lately that experience is becoming more prevalent, and it's showing up every time I teach a Supreme Light of Supreme Love course, anytime I do one of these videos, and sometimes just I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting at work, and I look up and all of a sudden the experience comes to me. And the experience is this. I suddenly feel as though this body is just a physical body with consciousness flowing through it. I look in the mirror and I feel as though this consciousness in this body doesn't belong to this body. It's simply just looking through the eyes of this body. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, who is this person that I'm looking at? Who's this girl in this body? I am not that girl. I am not that person in that body. I feel like this consciousness. I feel so much divinity. And we're all that. You are that. You and I are not separate. We're not different. We are consciousness. We've just forgotten. We're disconnected from what we truly are. But I am consciousness. You are consciousness. And if you look at yourself closely, if you just look in the mirror, look into your eyes, you'll see that the thoughts that you think are coming from the thought sphere. Your thoughts are not your thoughts. The idea that you have a mind and that things are coming from your mind, it's an illusion, because all of your thoughts are what are comprised of this mind. It's like the ocean. Every drop inside of the ocean comprises the ocean. The ocean itself is simply an embodiment of those drops. And that's what my mind is. It's simply, my mind is all of the different thoughts that I've had that I am a deity. It's all the thoughts that I have about life, that I have about where I live and how life should be. You know, I live a very privileged life in New York. We don't always think about it, but we have everything. I never want for anything. I don't need anything. I have everything. And all of these thoughts are coming from my surroundings, what I'm thinking about, which is, how can I make more money? Those are the thoughts in my surroundings. And when I'm doing this work, the only thoughts that come to me are, how can we help man become enlightened? So wherever we are, those are the thoughts that we're thinking about. But those thoughts don't belong to us. We don't own them. It's like saying I own the ocean, or I own the air, I own the wind, I own the lightning, I own the earth. How can you own something like that? I'm just a part of it. I'm just experiencing it. We experience thoughts. We experience this mind. We experience this body. This body is loaned to me. It's on loaner. It's like a loaner car or a rented house. I'm renting this body, and that's why we should treat our body with care. It's so precious. It's allowing me to experience life here on earth. But we are just consciousness. We are pure We are pure consciousness. I am consciousness. I am simply just experiences on this plane. Ask the divine to experience this, to experience that. You are just consciousness. You are just experiencing different experiences on this plane. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.